Never be afraid to make some noise. Make some noise.
Hi, I'm Patricia. Before recorded history, humans knew singing as a deep source of power. Power to change, power to heal, power to be present with what is. Right here, right now, we are remembering the ancient gift of song, using modern tech to help us tap into resilience and capacity in chaotic times. And it's so simple. We sing with our own un-auto-tuned voices just the way they show up. Gotta tell you, today my voice is pretty creaky and tired. Me in my living room, you exactly where you are right now with whatever voice you have. Today's song, Make Good Trouble by Elizabeth Melvin, is the 121st song you can find on abreathofsong.com, each with the permission and blessing of the song carrier. Every fifth episode, we have an in-depth conversation with one of these huge-hearted people who, like you and me, is using song to help navigate life. Explore the growing library at abreathofsong.com and join our subscribers for emails that can light up your inbox with a moment of connection and beauty. All the presence, the becoming, the change-generating power of song starts with the body and breath. So we go there first by stretching and listening to our muscles and bones. You can probably hear in my voice that I'm already starting to move. Oh, find the stiff places and invite them to open up a little bit, soften. Find the loose places and invite them to feel the way they feel. Moving however our bodies want to move, whether it's shaking, twitching, twisting, jiggling, getting long, getting short and compact. Notice what your body wants more of. Lean into what feels good. See if you can find some space between your ribs. If you reach up on one side and yawn, and on the other side, just noticing, how those bones can spread apart. Yeah. And watch the air as it floods in, especially how it stretches and expands. And as it pours out, take something with it. Let the pouring out get carried away. Let it hum. Let it vibrate. Let your voice sound the way it wants to sound. A little extra attention to your rib cage. Notice the ribs expand on the in. Under your arms opens. And then watch as your neck gets wide, shoulders wide. On the out. Notice the belly expand on the in. Throat and jaw soft and buzzy on the out. And your pelvic bowl, lower back open, widen on the in. Spine and skull lift and stretch on the out. Beautiful. Give me some scrunchy sounds. Give me some wide open, splayed out sounds. See if you can open your eyeballs. Wow, that felt different, right? John Lewis, iconic U.S. civil rights figure and congressman, died in July of 2020. The night before his funeral, some of his words were running through Elizabeth Melvin's mind. Never, ever be afraid to make some noise and get in good trouble, necessary trouble. Ours is not the struggle of one day, 1 week, or 1 year. Ours is not the struggle of one judicial appointment or presidential term. Ours is the struggle of a lifetime, maybe even many lifetimes, and each one of us in every generation must do our part. When you see something that is not right, not fair, not just, you have to speak up. You have to say something. You have to do something. So Elizabeth Melvin set an intention to wake with a song in his honor. Here we go. stand up and make good trouble. Speak up and make good trouble. Get up and make good trouble. Rise up and make good trouble. We're going to do that whole set again. 2. Here we go. Stand up and make good trouble. Speak up and make good trouble. Get up and make good trouble. Rise up and make good trouble. So we'll get back to that. And then we've got never ever be afraid to make some noise. Make some noise. And it repeats, never ever be afraid to make some noise. Little change. Make some noise. Let's try it. Never ever be afraid to make some noise. Make some noise. Never ever be afraid to make some noise. Make some noise. And this harmonizes a couple of different ways. Never ever be afraid to make some noise. Make some noise. Try it. Never ever be afraid to make some noise. Make some noise. Second time. Never ever be afraid to make some noise. Make some noise. So the second time it goes down. First time it went up. Let's try it. 2. Second time. Never ever be afraid to make some noise. Make some noise. And then we've got an upper part. Does the same thing. The first time it goes up. The second time it goes down. So the part we just sang started here. Do, and you're welcome to sing that again if you want. And I'm going to sing a harmony that's a little higher. Starts up here. Do. Here we go. Never ever be afraid to make some noise. Make some noise. Never ever be afraid to make some noise. Make some noise. Yeah? We've got one more set of parts. This third part says, this is the struggle of a lifetime. Make good trouble. And the first part starts on the same note as that second harmony we just learned. 2. It goes like this. Boom. This is the struggle of a lifetime. Make good trouble. This is the struggle of a lifetime. Make good trouble. So this is the same both times. Let's try it together. 1, 2, here we go, and boom. This is the struggle of a lifetime. Make good trouble. This is the struggle of a lifetime. Make good trouble. And the harmony we've got for this is up a third for most of the time, except for that make good trouble part is in unison with what we just sang. So we were here. We're going to be here. This, 2, ready, and 1. This is the struggle of a lifetime. Make good trouble. This is the struggle of a lifetime. Make good trouble. So you've heard lots of different parts from down here, up to up here, bottom, so you can pick the part that feels best for you singing it today. We start with stand up. I'm going to put it in the looper. Stand up and make good trouble. Speak up and make good trouble. Get up and make good trouble. Rise up and make good trouble. Never ever be afraid to make some noise. Make some noise. Never ever be afraid to make some noise. Make some noise. Never ever be afraid to make some noise. Make some noise. And make good trouble. Never ever be afraid to make some noise. Make some noise. And make good trouble. Never ever be afraid to make some noise. Make some noise. Never ever be afraid to make some noise. Make some noise. Never ever be afraid to make some noise. Make some noise. Never ever be afraid to make some noise. Make some noise. Never ever be afraid to make some noise. Make some noise. Never ever be afraid to make some noise. Make some noise. Never ever be afraid to make some noise. Make some noise. Never ever be afraid to make some noise. Make some noise. Never ever be afraid to make some noise. Make some noise. Make good trouble. Never ever be afraid to make some noise. Make some noise. Make good trouble. Never ever be afraid to make some noise. Make some noise. Make good trouble. Never ever be afraid to make some noise. Make some noise. Make good trouble. This is the struggle of a lifetime. And make good trouble. This is the struggle of a lifetime. And make good trouble. Never ever be afraid to make some noise. Make some noise. Never ever be afraid to make some noise. Make some noise. Stand up and make good trouble. Speak up and make good trouble. Get up and make good trouble. Rise up and make good trouble. I'm so glad you're singing with me. We're going to take a pause here before we sing the song again because science shows that our brains remember better that way. And while we're paused, let me remind you that this podcast is available to you today because of the generous contributions of many people. Maybe you are one of them. Thank you. Thank you so much. Supporting this song library is easy. Contribute to the Gratitude Jar page at abreathofsong.com. Maybe while you're combing the archives for another song that fits you just right. Shall we sing Make Good Trouble again to help our brains and bodies retain it? Please feel free to sing it with me as often as you'd like, and if you're inspired to share it on, Elizabeth says the song is free to share in oral tradition groups, and please check the show notes for her guidance for other uses, including worship or educational settings. Stand up, make good trouble, speak up, get up, rise up. That's where we start, right? And then we'll go into never ever be afraid. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Stand up and make good trouble. Speak out and make good trouble. Get up and make good trouble. Rise up and make good trouble. Never ever be afraid to make some noise. Make some noise. Never ever be afraid to make some noise. Make some noise. Never ever be afraid to make some noise. Make some noise. Never ever be afraid to make some noise. Make some noise. Never ever be afraid to make some noise. Make some noise. Never ever be afraid to make some noise. Make some noise. Never ever be afraid to make some noise. Make some noise. Make good trouble. Never ever be afraid to make some noise. Make some noise. Make good trouble. Never ever be afraid to make some noise. Make some noise. Make good trouble. Never ever be afraid to make some noise. Make some noise. Make good trouble. Thank you for joining me today for A Breath of Song, and thank you for taking care of yourself and listening to your voice. I believe making a better world starts with tuning in to ourselves and each other, which is what we just did, so yay us. Let a friend know about the show so they can join too, and next time we'll plant another song. Until then, be well.